right.
Mamma mia.
Mamma mia.
Mamma the fucking mia. Jesus fuck, Christopher. And I think we are recording. Yes.
It's so funny.
Just life. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 4 of the Mud and Bread podcast, and they're doing so well, and they're beating all the competitors. The ratings, frankly, it's huge. And I'm Jason Scoop, also known as Donald Trump, also known as Sebastian Maniscalco, also known as a million other people. This is El Man, also known as Guru Epupu today.
Today I am Guru Poopo. And we're going to start off. I have some predictions for you, you stupid Americans. I predict that there are going to be many breakups. Relationships all over the country, well, all over the world are going to be ending. Do you know why, Jason?
Tell me why. It's not Jason, it's Donald Trump, but
Let me see. Let me just make sure this is accurate.
could it be the gas prices, the economy? Not good.
Oh, he knows. It is the gas price. Now think of it. Let's say you have a little sugar mama, sugar baby, like 60 miles away. Are you going to pay $50 to $120 a week to see her?
I don't think so. I think the American people, they're suffering, and they're suffering so strongly under these gas prices, and they don't know what to do.
$10 in California. $10.
It's a disgrace.
So we will see lots of relationships breaking up. You heard it here first on the Butter Bread podcast with Guru Poopo. And I will say in this neighborhood, we're in a neighborhood in Long Island, probably, I will say, at least 40% of these relationships will be breaking up, and marriage is going to actually increase because you need someone in the home who's going to commute to get some nookie. Would you commit? Would you? How long would you drive to have a little love in your life or lust?
I mean, I think it depends on you know, your level of lust. You know what I'm saying? Like if you haven't gotten laid in like 6 years, I think you drive across the country.
All right. Okay. Let's say here. Now that the prediction has made, fast forward 6 months from now, you're single. You haven't had any type of physical connection in 6 months. And the gas prices are now $12.
I would drive to Italy. Like you do anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would not.
Okay.
I would just snap fingers, and whoever lives within 20 minutes, that's who's here.
You're a very attracctive woman. It's not difficult for you to procure a sexual partner. Just
nice
close your eyes.
structure.
Just blindfold yourself. Go through, scroll through your Facebook list. Bloop, click on one guy. Oh, hey, come over. I want to, and it's gonna happen.
Even easier if they like drive Uber or taxi or taxi drivers. They'll drive anywhere.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And also like married men, they're like more desperate. I found as they go people. They'll travel the ends of the earth to get away from their wives. Sometimes.
Yeah, but isn't it in the Bible? It says not to marry, but there's something about
yes, but
thou shalt not thy neighbor's covet the
Bible
marriage
along
and the wood, the apple.
along with the Constitution is now out the window. This has been Guru Poopo. See you later.
Guru Poo-Poo, ladies and gentlemen. Guru Poo-Poo. And we love Guru. There we go. That's an interesting prediction, huh? The gas prices.
Yeah, she has some,
Yeah.
I decided, I was thinking about this yesterday. This is how I came up with this. I give Guru a lot of her ideas. I don't think if someone was more than 20 minutes away, I don't think so.
Interesting.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but you don't like to commute in general. Like
exactly.
I'll drive an hour to work. I'll drive an hour back. I don't care. I like
I'll drive like maybe 3 hours to make a movie. More than that, it's got to be like, I don't know. Making movies is fun for me. And sketches. That's my thing. 20 minutes. So yeah, tell us now if you're about to break up with someone because you're like, Phil might take a guess and seeing this nice little lady or not.
Yeah, comment below, folks.
Maybe you're negotiating. Maybe that girl with the crooked, thumb. Maybe she's looking good now. The gas prices are higher. She's in your backyard.
I always think when I think of driving to get laid, I always think of that show To Catch a Predator. Remember that? Iconic show.
I'll never forget.
Yeah, it would always be like, and Ken drove 300 miles to meet with what he thinks is a 15-year-old girl. And
You know what? That show's great for getting good tips. So if you're a pedophile and you want to know the ropes of what to do and what not to do, just watch that show.
What? How is that? They all get caught.
Yeah, they all get caught. So how do you
learn
get
what
caught?
not to do.
Exactly. That's part
of it. The best was guys
who
would repeatedly get caught on that show more than once. But you know what's funny? They arrested everybody. Remember they would always come out like 75 cops and like all just like jump on them? Yeah, but I found out this article. You never follow up. You never know what happens. They all get found not guilty because they hire a lawyer and they're like, this is entrapment. And they're like, it wasn't a child they were messaging. It was a 43-year-old guy who's a producer at NBC. And they're like, oh, we can't convict this.
But you know what? They're still on the show. They're still called out. Maybe that'll teach a lesson. It's kind of like New York. The
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't teach a lesson because they come back.
They keep doing it?
Yeah, some guys. That's what I mean. How thirsty are you? How far would you be willing to drive? How thirsty are you?
Well, I'll just tell you the last time I got caught for doing something illegal and it was on a TV show, I never did it again. So it worked for me.
What did you get caught doing illegally?
We'll talk after the show.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really can't.
With this new sound, I can hear everything. Like I can hear your.
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, when I do the radio show, they don't like that.
Oh no, that's fine.
I eat a lot on the radio
it's
show.
All good. We finally were improving our sound.
You know what you don't want to do if you're recording something? Don't get kind of high and then have peanut butter and maple syrup mixed together and have it near you because the whole time I'm eating it. And then you can't talk. It's like...
I was going to say, you're going to do a Cosby. I said, how are you not going to do that act out without sounding like Bill? You got the peanut butter and the syrup, and it's all snacking on the lips. Kids say the darndest things.
Yeah, voiceover and peanut butter. So, okay. Well, we have TikTok.
So, okay.
TikTok news.
Oh, yeah. Big announcement. We're buying TikTok.
Yeah, and there's going to be some censorship changes.
Yeah, we're making some changes. We're banning dancing.
Yeah, that was his idea. I'm for it, but here's my thing. Only hibachi dancing, like...
Is that a real term?
Hibachi dancing.
Is that a real term,
or
did you just make it up?
When I went out to 18th Street Lounge, I would do the hibachi dancing. And you can, add some swagger to it. They chop it up, woo, in your mouth. Woo, pour in their mouth. Woo. That's like TikTok dancing. So
yeah, it is. Yeah. It's a lot of just da-da-da, da-da-da.
So ban that. But you have to show us a certificate of, let's say, 3 years of dancing school, ballet. We'll allow that. Real dancing.
Well, let me ask you this. Dancing has gotten more lame. It's gotten less complicated. I remember Sebastian Maniscalco had a bet. He's like, American Idol. Yeah, you're voting for Larry at the fucking Starbucks. He's like, when I was a kid, we had superstars. Michael Jackson, he had diamond socks and he was sliding backwards. Now we got Kenny from the gas station is a star. And he's like, basically, everything has kind of gone down in quality. Has anything gone up in quality? What has risen in quality?
Technology.
Yeah, and that's ruining everything.
Maybe communication has gotten better and worse.
Probably worse. We were just listening to Lil Baby. We were saying, we're trying to get into the new rappers. So we put on Lil Baby. Every new rapper, it's like the same rhythm. It's just like da 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 da.
To torture. To torture our enemies. Lil Baby.
Yeah, they've been doing that. They were using hits. They were using songs to torture people in Guantanamo Bay.
I have an idea that leads to our next piece of news coming up soon. Joe Biden can keep his son in order by just being like, listen, Hunter, if you do drugs and be with a prostitute again, we're gonna make you listen to Lil Baby all day for 24 hours. I don't know, would that work for you?
I don't know. Everybody's crapping on this Hunter Biden guy. I think he sounds like a great time.
Wait, let's say you had a bad habit. What's a bad habit you have that maybe you'd like to quit for a year?
I don't know, eating tortilla chips doused in peanut butter, and sometimes honey's involved, and it's like diabetes.
If you do it more than once, then you have to listen to Lil Baby for 24 hours.
I would quit immediately.
Say, Lil Baby's actually making the world better. Look at that.
I guess so, but that Hunter Biden is in the news. Every other day there's a story from that laptop of his.
Well, let's have an exponenza. Okay. Let's have an exponenza. An exponenza is how we show about the next expose. We have an exponenza. Right. It's like an expose bonanza party.
Hang on, I was gonna put this hat on, and then I see what is this? What is that in the hat?
Hey, your mom gave this to me.
Yeah, but look inside.
It's nothing.
No, but what is that? Looks like.
It's a piece of cardboard. Put it on your fucking head, dude. It's a piece of cardboard holding it together.
Oh, okay. I guess it's like glue. I thought it was like something
he's like an investigative reporter over here.
Investigative reporter.
And here we go. All right, we got the Extravaganza. Woo! Okay, Extravaganza. The Extravaganza. Here we go. Hunter Biden was found naked with a hooker and a legal gun. A naked hunter casually waves around a handgun and even points at camera while cavorting with a nude hooker in a Swike hotel room, according to video provided to the Post by the non-profit Marco Polo Research Group. It also came just days after his dad called on Congress to pass new gun control measures to stem the slaughter, declaring in a televised primetime address last week that the Second Amendment, like all other rights, is not absolute. I've written oversight letters to the U.S. Secret Service, FBI, and ETF regarding the incident involving Hunter's gun dumped in a trash can behind a grocery store across from a high school in Delaware. The outlet,
can I fucking get this out of here?
And a Post source described his companion in the video as a prostitute.
How do we know she was a prostitute?
Right.
Imagine she's not and she's reading this like, I'm not a prostitute. I work at Starbucks.
Like, oh, she appeared to be a prostitute? Isn't that like a lot of women, just how they dress to go out? I don't know. Cover myself up on that note.
A lot of it was out there.
So simply put, Hunter Biden had a gun. The girl was nervous that he would misuse it while on drugs, so she threw it in a garbage pail across from a school, and that's how he got caught. Is that how he got caught? It was found in a dumpster, and he was investigated. And he's also being investigated for some crooked lobbying techniques. I mean, what kind of a son does Joe Biden have?
I don't know. Everybody's like, oh my God, Hunter Biden, what a piece of... I'm like, who? What? First off, he's making, what, $500,000 for these shitty paintings so they can get access to Joe? It's like, bro, he's like... other crackheads look at him and, like, they're jealous.
I was going to say. I'd be like, your dad's the president. This is what I think.
They're like, we have to do sexual favors at truck stop bathrooms. He's selling finger paintings for $500,000 and then spending it all on the rocks. Like,
when did he get into painting? I heard a little bit about this. Has he always been into painting?
Who the hell knows? All I know is that he sounds like a great time.
You ever think maybe certain drugs make you more susceptible to becoming an artist? Like, you get into enough drugs and you're like, oh, I'm a musician now, I'm a painter now.
Well, I think being addicted to crack cocaine can be an expensive habit, and he's like, how am I going to make more money? I know, painting! And he probably has some shady advisor, like some Better Call Saul lawyer, who's like, I know how you can make money. Isn't your father the president? Yeah? Yeah, come here. Yeah, I'm going to buy you some arts and crafts, and we're going to make a shit ton of money selling these paintings to fucking Russian oligarchs and Chinese landowners, and like, you know.
That's true, because paintings are one of the things. There's a name for it where you can basically just set a price on it. There's a specific name, and paintings and art is one of these.
Yeah, it's a lot of money laundering.
It's kind of like NFTs, sort of. You just like name whatever price it is. And
yeah, it's the original NFT. It's money laundering.
Well, it could be money laundering, but dumb people actually think it's worth it. But so maybe different people got into his head and want to use someone. But two thoughts on this. Okay, one, there's only so much greatness that can go through someone's genes. So maybe Joe Biden got all the greatness genes, and it's like, you know, it's all there, and he didn't have any spare on his son, so his son's a little. And number two, right now, you know, Joe Biden says that the Constitution, the Second Amendment is not absolute. So now we're thinking maybe we're going to change the Constitution around. There's all these changes that a lot of American people are not happy with from Joe Biden. They're not happy with him. A lot of people, some people love him. So I'm thinking that he's making. Who
loves Joe Biden? This isn't even a political statement. I get a lot of people voted for him because they didn't like Donald Trump. But who's out there like, I love Joe Biden, man?
If you love Joe Biden.
Comment below if you love Joe Biden.
Not tolerate.
Love.
Love that man. Daramano. Love that man. But I'm thinking that Joe Biden's making a lot of America suffer because he's just making the rules to keep his son in check. He's like, Hunter, he's found with a gun. All right, let's take guns away. And then Hunter won't do it again.
And that's why the gas prices are so high, because he doesn't want Hunter drunk driving. So he's like, raise the gas, the price. Come on, man.
And that's why he had to break it off his relationship and find the closest prostitute who come to him to get on the gas price. So Joe keeps on trying to find ways to bunker down Hunter, but it's just making the Americans mad, and it's not even working.
Is that why everything sucks now? Because he's just focused on his own son and not the American people?
It's Hunter Biden messing up with all. It's literally like a family. You have brothers. I'm an only child, but I've heard about. Do you
know you're an only child? Have you taken the DNA test? Because you might figure out you have some siblings you didn't know about.
My dad could be Genghis Khan.
Genghis Khan. You love Genghis Khan.
My dad did.
Isn't it pronounced Genghis?
I think it's Genghis. I heard Joe Rogan the other day say Genghis, and I've heard a few people, but I thought the same thing. Isn't it Genghis, Joe? I don't know. So I could have some siblings. If you think you're a sibling of mine, write in.
Write in if you think, when you look in the mirror, you think you have similar facial features to Jennifer.
Yeah, write in. And don't take any inheritance that's not going to be here because the government's tanking. So, the stock market's plummeted. So
not doing well.
Not doing well. So yeah, anything else on this? I was going to say, in a family, if let's say the older sibling, really fucks up and does these horrible things, now the parents make all these rules to make sure that the other siblings don't do it. So the older sibling ruins it for everything. So Hunter Biden, all these rules are set for him, but it's the American people that are suffering, and he's not even following the rules. He's finding all the loopholes.
Yeah, I mean, I've never smoked crack, but I'd imagine when you're smoking crack and you're in a haze of crack and you're naked on camera and you're waving around an illegal gun and you're doing all these things, you're not really so focused on world events. Even if your father's the president, you're just high and you're trying to get your pee hard and you're,
You don't get more focused on world events?
It's almost an enviable position. Everyone's out here screaming about trans people. Hunter Biden's like, trans, what are you talking about, man?
I would think that's pot, though. I would think crack, maybe you get more amped up. Like, I'm going to run for president! Rather than president. I don't know. You tell us, people that have smoked crack, what gets you more focused on the government?
I don't know. I don't know if anyone's ever smoked crack and said, I'm going to run for president. It's more like,
I don't know.
Where do we find more crack? I feel like that's always the thought.
Reddit, let us know.
We'll see.
I don't know. I did coke only 5 times, and that's never going to happen again. But the first time I did a lot of workout moves at Ali Ayub's house. I started doing sit-ups. And R.I.P. Ali, he's not with us anymore. Yeah, he said some prophetic things to me before he died. Oh, there's another thing. We'll leave on this. The crack pipes. Wasn't there a rumor? There was some type of meme going around, things that the government was giving out crack pipes.
Yeah, there were.
Were they really giving out crack pipes?
I think they were giving out crack pipes.
And maybe was that after Hunter was found with crack? So again, this is another example of how Hunter is changing the legislature for the American people. Oh, my son smokes crack. You know what would be great for Americans? Crack.
My son's a new advisor of mine. He's helping me with better building back smoking crack. Come on, man. That's what hardworking Americans need right now. They need a break from. You call it staycation. You don't have to take a cruise to another country. You stay at home, you light up the rock, and that's okay. Come on, man.
He thinks that Hunter might be the bunny rabbit for what's going on in the world right now. It's just whatever Hunter does, that's what we're going to do.
I don't know, dude.
I think we should give him a show.
I just feel like he's a human hangover movie, and maybe we should try to have him on as a guest.
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know if I want him here. I feel like he would jump in the fireplace.
He might try to steal something and sell it at the gas station down the block. He's like, hey man, I got a fireplace door.
Or maybe we have him bring that prostitute because she's the one who threw the gun in a garbage pail, which I guess is good to get the gun away from someone crazy, but also a stupid move to throw in a garbage pail.
It was like behind a high school or something like that?
Yeah.
And they said it was a full garbage pail, which means she just opened it up and placed it...
behind a grocery store across from a high school.
But Michael, who the hell finds a gun in a garbage pail? I guess, a lot of people go through looking for bottled cans, like the Chinese ladies in Chinatown.
And then when they turn it in, now there's a whole investigation. So, if you're going to dispose of a gun, I think? Where would you dispose of a gun? I know what I would do.
I wouldn't go to the water, like the ocean, because everything always washes up ashore.
Okay.
I would, simple. Just throw it in the garbage, put it in the garbage truck, have it smushed in the truck, and it's gone. I wouldn't really...
I would dig up a body at a grave and then put it in the grave with them. Because a lot of people are afraid of graveyards. So, yeah.
I don't know. That seems a little counterintuitive. That's another crime. Why are you committing another crime to get rid of...
Hey, you already did one. Just keep going,
I don't know.
once you eat half a block of cheese, just eat the rest of it. That's what I do. Just keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm really trying to think here. I guess maybe I would go to like a wooded area, like Narragansett Park up there on Long Island, and just dig like a 6-foot hole and cover it up. I feel like that would be good.
6 feet. That's like the magic number.
But then you always have the risk of like one day that turns into a shopping center. I don't know. It's a lot harder than you think to get rid of a weapon. I don't know.
There was actually in my dad's dental office many years ago. There was like parts under the floor that you couldn't get into. I think there was cement blocks under the house. So I think there's cement blocks under my childhood house that you can't get into. And I forget, so I won't even mention names, I can't, but there's some choice person that might have been involved in a few things that might have alluded that there's things underneath there. But they don't try to break in, because even if you get to the cement blocks, construction workers tried to get through the cement blocks to find out what's underneath, and they couldn't find it. They couldn't get through it. Is that interesting?
Yeah, that is interesting. Don't give out the address, because Hunter Biden's going to show up looking for a gun.
No, and people have already tried, professionals, so like, it's it. Like the economy's bad. Don't you think I would be trying to get in there and see what's that?
Yeah.
But that's an idea, because I guess no one's getting anything. Maybe it's bodies, cement blocks, put the stuff in there, bury it deep underneath the house. Right? Pretty cool.
I like it.
Facts. All right. Next, we're going to go on to iced tea and cocoa.
Oh, iced tea and cocoa. Yeah, man. Cocoa. What's going on?
So Coco's the beautiful wife of the rapper, actor, Ice-T.
Is she beautiful?
Yes.
Okay. She's fast food beautiful.
I will say yes.
I always say this.
Like
there's two kinds of
beautiful.
attractive. There's fast food attractive.
I say attractive. I said beautiful. And everyone's beautiful. Everyone has beauty in them.
Yeah, we all support all women, believe all women. But I was saying to you, I think there's fast food attractive, and then there's like steak dinner reservations 3 months in advance attractive.
Mm-hmm.
And
What's the difference? Like, how do you know if someone's fast food attractive and like, what's the other one? Steak dinner?
Steak dinner would be
grass-fed steak?
Beautiful and also intelligent, smart, values. I mean, fast food is just like not classically beautiful, but everything's tight dress, the boobs are out, the butt's out, there's a lot of twerking, maybe not the greatest value system, maybe an abuser of drugs and alcohol, but they look, like I said, fast food. That McDonald's smells good, but it never pays off.
They look good, or no?
Twerking doesn't look good. They look good. Twerking is watching a woman gyrate her butt. Yes, it's not classy.
Gyrate is fine, but once I see the twerking, I just think of gazelles being preyed upon by lions, and I see them as weaker, and then I'm not attracted to them.
That goes back to my point.
There's gazelles and there's lions, and the gazelles go out there and they get eaten by the lions and the cougars and the tigers, and then there's tigers that sit back and the lions, and they just own the jungle. So if you want to be a lion and run things, you ever see lion twerking?
Yeah, but it goes back to what I'm saying. Let's say you're a really hungry lion, and it doesn't matter if the gazelle, if you haven't eaten in 6 months, you're like, holy shit, it's a gazelle. And then you have, a lion STD.
So basically, the fast food is when you're really hungry. That's when you go for fast food type girls.
Yeah, but you might not even eat, because people overeat all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a fast food girl is, and this a lot of women don't want to face this, but because they think, oh, a guy, he's, it's like, they're easier too. They're easy. Oh, we don't have to get out of the car. We can just stay in the car, order through the window. It's a quick transaction. But my point is, it never pays off, because that stuff is really unhealthy.
So how does a fast food girl get made, and how does a steak dinner? So I know how to make steak, and fast food, well, I don't own a McDonald's, so I guess I don't know how to make fast food, only healthy fast food. How are they made?
Parents who don't care about them.
But maybe if parents don't care, you can grow into, be like, I'm going to be better than that, and I'm going to have self-respect.
Yeah, that's possible, but a lot of fast food, a lot of fast food girls come from New Jersey, Staten Island, Long Island.
And
like Italian, and they watch Jersey Shore, like their idol is Snooki.
God.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
do they make you feel sick after, like fast food girls? Do you feel like indigestion.
Yeah, that's my point. It's
tired.
like guys will make fun of Snooki. Guys will go, "Oh, Snooki's gross." But if they're like drunk and desperate and horny, or like Snooki, another thing is the ego. Snooki gives them a little bit of attention, and maybe their steak dinner at home are used to them, and they're not so shiny and mesmerizing anymore. And then this 5-piece chicken McNuggets with a honey mustard sauce is giving them a little attention. Oh my God! And I've had a few drinks. You just devour it, and then next thing you know, you lose your wife, kids, and house, and she gets half of everything, all because you ate a little piece of chicken nugget. And next thing you know, you're regretting it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, when I have fast food, I'm out for like a day or two. So that's what happens with the women. How about fast food men? Are there fast food men out there?
Yeah, there are fast food men. Same thing, like Jersey Shore. Like they're like.
They don't twerk. I almost never.
No, but like not a lot of brains. Not a lot of whatever, but they might like just work on their abs 24/7 and maybe have some sort of blue collar job where they make a lot of money, but they don't really have any brains. Maybe they like work like as an electrician or a plumber, and they're really stupid and like don't have too many morals, and like just like their favorite movie is like like Adam Sandler. I don't know, but like they just like they.
If you like Adam Sandler movies, you might be a fast food guy.
They have like they get their eyebrows done, and they are as into their looks as like a superficial teenage girl.
Can a guy be smart and be a fast food guy? Are there any famous people we can call fast food men?
No, I don't think a man can be smart and be a fast food guy.
Okay, so then I don't like fast food men because I don't like smart.
Yeah, the fast food thing is really only one gender. It's women.
Yeah, dumb.
Because
dumb, yeah.
The thing is you'll see like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Why did he cheat on his Kennedy wife with the maid? She wasn't even a fast food chick. She was like moldy chicken nuggets or fries left over. But so that's kind of a poor example. But it all has to do with the guy's ego. The fast food girl will make him feel special, interesting, wanted, whatever. And then she's wearing some skimpy thing, and it's just like, mistakes are made.
So you have to dress skimpy to be a fast food girl?
9 times out of 10, yeah.
You're not going to see a girl in like a Santa Claus suit or like a snowsuit?
No, not at all. Not at all. No, a fast food woman only knows, because her only way of being appealing to the opposite sex is by wearing less clothes.
Okay.
Because they're not going to get them with their brains. They're not going to get them with their humor.
Okay.
They maybe all their friends are in relationships. I'm like, why don't I have a relationship? I know. Let's remove
because you give
a pant leg or something. Yeah.
Because you're fast food. You'll get nauseous after, and they're like, "What did I do?" Ugh.
But you know what? When a fast food girl meets a fast food guy and they get together, they could live happily ever after.
Okay. Yeah, there's hope for that. All right. So. Back to Coco. I got a little bit of education there. Okay, so Ice-T and Coco pushed their 6-year-old in a stroller. They posted a picture of them pushing her in a stroller on Instagram. It got a lot of backlash. A lot of people were angry, upset, not thinking it's the right thing to do. Someone commented, "Isn't she like 6 years old? Should she be out of a stroller by now?" According to one article, a pediatrician said that most kids stop being pushed around age 3 or 4. But a stroller can make parenting a bit easier on long days. And okay. What do you think of that?
I think the kid is like, suck my dick. Like my dad's Ice-T.
Right.
And my mom is Coco. Like I can do whatever I want. I'm not a normal kid. Fuck you. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, here's what I'm thinking.
I do think that they're raising a future fast food girl.
Well, okay. Two main thoughts on this for me. They're very busy people. They're celebrities. Ice-T's busy with what, like Law & Order, NCIS, one of these crime investigative shows?
Yeah.
Right. Is he still rapping?
No.
No?
There's no money in rap.
Yeah, there's not.
All rappers just become actors.
True. Okay, that's why you gotta combine them.
And rap's a young man's game.
So the parents are probably running around a lot. So you're running around a lot, you gotta take your kid with you. Instead of making them walk wherever you walk, I feel bad when my dog follows me to the house every corner. It's like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. You can stay over here. Push her in a stroller.
Hunter Biden still gets pushed around in a stroller, and he's like 47.
I think that's like a weird prostitute kink. It's like, I'll push you around in a stroller, $600.
Yeah.
Did you get paid to get pushed in a stroller? No, you get it for free. It's Joe Biden, dressed up as Joe Biden.
Yeah.
All right, and the other one is that Coco is thick, So maybe she wants her daughter to be like her. So she's like, no, don't walk because that's going to lean you out. And we want you thick like your mom. So they keep her in the stroller and they just feed her all day. So then by the time she's 7, she's going to be thick.
You know who doesn't like thick women?
Who's that?
He went on the record on Twitter, caused a lot of, like, the world stopped.
Oh.
Jordan Peterson?
I don't know if it was thick, though. It's, like, more fat.
Yeah,
right?
But she had a pretty...
I've been called thick at this weight.
Look, she had a pretty face.
Yes.
And she was definitely overweight, but she wasn't, like, appalling. Like,
no.
on the face, and, like, she had nice skin.
Yeah.
So, but Jordan Peterson was like, this is not beautiful at all, and da-da-da-da-da. And it's
right.
I think it was a step backwards for him, because...
I would say...
It's like
the one thing he said where I'm like, I really don't think that's a good thing to say. Too much. She didn't look unhealthy.
It's just opened the door to a lot of racism against whites.
We'll put a picture right here of this girl. So she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I think very beautiful, possibly very healthy. You know.
I was working with the black girl the other day, and she was like, "Oh," she's like, "Look at that girl." She was pointing at this woman crossing the street, no tits, no ass, and she's like, "Oh, all white motherfuckers like girls like that," and it's like,
not necessarily.
Well, not necessarily.
A lot of white guys like a thicker girl.
Yes, but we're going on stereotypes. True. We're not saying all stereotypes are true.
True.
And I find that if a guy isn't attracted to the same type of women that I'm attracted to,
right.
I judge them. I'm like, ugh, like I look at them different.
Okay.
Like I cannot fully respect a man who has a different taste in women than I do.
Yeah.
And like Jordan Peterson, man, he's like old school white. He's like Ebenezer Scrooge white.
Right.
He's like back when they used to wear wigs and like, you know, like the founding fathers white. Like he's like, I like girls with no ass. Like
what do you think
Jordan Peterson is attracted to women who look like 8-year-old boys. You know, that type of body. He probably likes large breasts, but like nothing else, no fat anyplace else. And it's like, I'm telling you, it's a step backwards for the white man because, I mean, it doesn't look good, dude.
Or maybe it's not
this is like when they say white people don't like seasoning.
Yeah. You
could say that like a few curves, that's like some more seasoning. It's like, this is not good, dude.
Well, I'd say it's a step back for Jordan Peterson, not the white man. And
no, because he like represents like, like it or love it or hate it.
True.
It's like, wow, look at this white guy, like, being like, I only like women who look like. Yeah,
but here's the thing. It's
Maggie Gyllenhaal.
It's 2022. Maybe in the next year or two, maybe people can just judge people based on individuals and not, you know, represent a whole entire race. Like I was saying, I was listening to some podcast, which I usually like, but they had a gay podcast. And this gay podcast was talking about doing drugs, sleeping around. I don't think they said anything about doing anything for society. So if you're representing the gays, which again, nobody should represent anyone, I'm sorry, I'm ashamed to be gay. Like, that's not a good representation. So maybe people should just stop representing and stop saying this person makes us look bad and just judge everyone and put them on a cross for what they do. Or celebrate them for them.
I do think, I don't want to get canceled right now, but I think a large part of gay culture is like doing drugs and going out and being promiscuous. That's why I think when people were against gay marriage, it's like they're trying to be less promiscuous. Gays were promiscuous for so long because they weren't allowed to have that structure on paper. Like they'd have to hide it.
Yeah, the males definitely. Not
the women too.
Some of them, some. Yeah, it's a mix.
Well,
but the men, I know.
Big difference there. But you know, it's like gay people, they do meth a lot because it like loosens their buttholes. You know, no judgment.
My cousin is yeah, sure.
Is he gay?
Yeah.
Interesting.
He's a stereotypical meth addict for sure.
Yeah. So like, my point is like, look. Don't lump groups together because I'm sure there's gay people, there's trans people. Like
I don't judge all black people.
Everybody like trans has become such based on the things I do.
Yeah, because you're black.
I'm like 2% black, 20%.
20.
Yeah, but I'm
Well, I'm like, oh, that 20%. I'm not like celebrating them because of you or against them because of you.
Yeah, I think you just got to look at everybody on an individual basis.
That's
but, like, there's no denying the fact that, like, okay, overall, you can say black people are better at dancing. They're really good at dancing. You could say overall, a lot of gays, maybe they like to go out to nightclubs and maybe they're a little more promiscuous than the average heterosexual because, let's face it, they're all men. Gay men, they're all men. Men are horny. So it's like...
Peterson, I'm not claiming him as a technically white woman, which you don't consider me to be white.
Do you find Jordan Peterson attractive?
The words he says.
What would you put him on a scale of 1 to 10?
Intellectually attractive. Sexually attractive.
Overall.
God. Oh my God. Oh God. Okay, what's a 10 and what's a 0? A 10 would be Victor Webster, visually.
I don't know what the hell that is. We could put a picture up there.
He's like the most beautiful man on earth. And then 0 would be like the creature from Blade, the really fat creature who's like, Blade. He's like thousands of pounds.
Put a picture of him up too.
Right, okay. Jordan Peterson would probably be like between a 4 and a 6. Probably 3.67 to 6.2.
Between a 4 and a 6.
Depending on like
that's like when you were like such and such is between 300 and 600 pounds. Like that's a huge difference. That's
yeah, but after
double the weight.
I can't see. I can't count anymore.
Yeah, but you can't say 3 or 600. That's literally twice the size.
It's like after you see $1 million single-dollar bills on the floor, you don't know if it's 2 or 3. It's like after 300 pounds, I can't count anymore.
I don't know. I would fuck the shit out of Jordan Peterson. No, I'm kidding. Am I? No.
I don't know. Maybe.
Psych. No. Iced tea and cocoa.
The underwater civilization. There was news of an underwater civilization that was found recently, or proof that there was a very water-filled civilization.
Yeah, aliens, bro.
Yeah.
They basically said 1,500 years ago they discovered an ancient civilization. Just discovered. I guess it was underwater or something.
Yes.
And they had technology that couldn't have been around back then, and it's got to be aliens.
I don't know, but they found a lot of things underwater. So here. What they found exceeds the expected level of organization and population that scholars considered possible for the Amazonians, it was in the Amazon, of 1,500 years ago. Nobody expected that kind of society in that region. Pyramids, 20 meters
always
high.
Pyramids. They say the aliens made the pyramids in Egypt. Also,
I said that earlier.
A lot of very smart people believe that there are aliens on Earth now, but they live under the ocean.
Right. So, but here, just interruption for a second. So they found this under the water, pyramids. I said to you before we did this, why is it always pyramids? Like now our buildings are rectangles. Your dad builds those models for buildings. They're like rectangles and squares. Why was pyramids the thing? 1,500, 5,000, 10,000. Why pyramids? Why are people not making pyramids anymore?
Probably I don't know, but I bet you if we had like a woke guest on the show, they would blame it on racism, sexism, and homophobia.
I think it's like those houses. What do they call it? The Peak. There's certain model of houses.
They're like they made to look like dicks. Although you could say like the Madonna bra, her breasts were pointing. So.
Maybe no more periods because it gets when you go up higher, it's too narrow. And maybe we started building second stories. So the second story gets really narrow if you go pyramid, so it's better to just open up the ceiling. That's what I'm thinking. Construction people weigh in. You can have a wider construction. You have more space if you don't do the pyramid shape. Because that second floor you really don't have a lot of space. It feels like an attic when you have a pyramid shape. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was spatial reasons. I don't really know. So the rest of it.
Wait, what the hell are you talking about? If it was spatial reasons, they would have made more room.
No, they would make squares. Squares make
I just think that the aliens are way more intelligent than we could even comprehend, and they were up to something.
I'm not going to judge the aliens based on anything.
I'm not judging the alien. I just said they were way more smarter than us.
That's a judgment.
All right. Whatever. Fuck the aliens.
So back to the civilization. What the team found was more than a few new lomas, platforms, huge pyramids, defensive structures, reservoirs, and canals, and more connecting what appear to be hundreds of settlements of various sizes. This flies in the face of assumptions that local people were nomadic or foraging cultures, not sedentary and agricultural.
Didn't your people build the pyramids?
I don't freaking know. I don't know.
Didn't the Jews build the pyramids? Like, weren't they slaves?
I don't even have siblings. I don't have people. I got a dog. That's my people. My dog got stung by a bee.
Were the Jews slaves? They were slaves, right? In the Bible,
yeah, supposedly, yeah. The Passover, the unleavened bread, to celebrate the history. We're going to eat things without leavening. I don't understand personally. I don't see how that's paying any homage or going to do anyone good by eating matzah. But sorry.
Do you think Jews are the black people of white people?
You said that.
Well, some people don't even think Jews are white, but I just think they both had slavery. They both had a lot of oppression over the times. A lot of people hate black people. A lot of people hate Jews.
One of the stereotypes.
Who do you think is more hated by society, Jews or black people?
Tough call. Depends on the area. I know Sheepshead Bay is not a fan of black people. I found out yesterday. They're still like throwing the N-word around.
I would say Jews are probably more hated because a lot of black people hate Jews too.
Yeah, I don't know, but I will say, as far as the similarities go, isn't a lot of stereotypes of black people are afraid of a lot of things like swimming. They're afraid of a lot of things that are dangerous, and Jews are stereotypically.
You could say that's common sense. You could say like black people, it's always white people going out to the safari, climbing Mount Everest, when you could just be at home ordering Seamless. Like you could say that black people are just smarter.
I'd say that's common sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like why do you have to jump off of a building or to jump off an airplane? You don't have to do all these things. You don't have to do any of this. Or I saw a guy surfing and lifting weights. It's like it's cool, but like it's too risky.
Well, that sort of thing does really well on social media. Like, wow, look at that 3-second video of a guy surfing and lifting weights. But is it practical? I don't think so.
So maybe there were more sedentary, more civilized, more developed and organized population in the Amazon 1,500 years ago. It was just found because it's like I'm going to explain this bad. It's not through heat, but they can actually see under the rainforest, under the trees and under the leaves and see what type of structures are underneath. So that's how they found this out. It wasn't actually underwater.
So shit, Jen, wait, the card is fucking full.
Uh-oh.
I hadn't looked down. Hang on.
No. Stop.
No, you know what? We could just keep recording
the
phone, yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll do that live.
Yeah, let's do that.
Good call.
Yeah.
Good call. All right. What time did we start?
Oh, we're like 40-something minutes in.
All right, perfect.
We started at 7:40.
All right, so we're almost at the end.
Yeah, we're almost at the end.
Let's just do the Jada response.
Yeah, let's do Jada.
And how to get over a breakup.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so here we go. Here, you introduce the Jada.
Yeah, we got to get a card. We got to get a new card.
I got one. Okay. All right, so yeah, you could bring us back.
Yeah, sure.
We'll go back.
Yeah.
And then I'll play the 2 clips. All right, let me know when you're ready.
All right, folks. So Jada Pinkett Smith finally responded to the Will Smith Oscar slap, and let's just say it didn't go how most people thought it would.
It took her like 2 months. It's been like a month or 2.
Well, it took a month or 2, but she didn't really have a strong feeling one way or the other. She kind of made it all about alopecia, which I think is fucking insane. But let's go ahead and roll the tape.
I would say playing the victim, which is kind of the theme of 2022. You know, you're
That's
in a
true.
pickle. Oh, I'm the victim.
Yeah.
So here we go. Let's watch the clip.
Really bad for her. What types of things did the kids say to her? She was called a naked mole rat.
Oh wait, she brought on a woman. She brought on a woman whose daughter died, killed herself due to having alopecia. She was bullied, and her life quality went down due to alopecia. Very sad. She had her as a guest on her show, The Red Table
So
Talk.
your husband slaps a guy in the face for the mildest joke on a scale of 1 to 10 of offensiveness, -1.
Right.
And so you're now hiding behind. You find some woman out in the world whose daughter killed herself because apparently she had alopecia, and you're gonna hide behind that. You're gonna use that as a cloak. Fuck you, Jada Pinkett Smith. Play the tape.
She was called the bug-eyed alien. She was called Mr. and Mrs. Clean. The morning of the 14th was like for you. That's okay. I went into Rio's room like I always do. I thought it was weird that the lamp was still on. And the way the room was set up, I did not see her. And like, Rio, I didn't hear anything. So I yelled again. I didn't hear anything. And then it just kind of got this weird, something's wrong. And so then I went all the way into her room.
Okay.
This is, I'm sorry, I'm getting Amber fucking Heard vibes from this chick. She's saying, I don't even know if she's telling the truth. First off, she says, they say when people are lying, they pepper in these details that have nothing to do.
You think the mom is lying?
I think the mom maybe is lying. She says she was called Mr. and Mrs. Clean. Why would you give that? She was called Mr. and Mrs. Clean. Then she's doing the Amber Heard thing. She's doing crying face, but no tears are coming out. No tears are coming out.
I'm not I'm not corroborating this opinion. We have very different opinions on this.
Jada's mom, the daughter Willow, they're all like trying to look sad, but it's all like, oh, thank God, let's pepper in more shitty details so we could take the attention off you causing our beloved dad, who is the one who fucking pays for everything because he's a fucking movie star and you're a nothing. And Jada, she's hiding behind this woman who's another opportunist. Not everybody's a great mom, okay? I think if she had how many people with great moms and great dads end up fucking offing themselves? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of blood on everyone's hands here to go around, and I think this whole fucking thing is disgusting. And Jada Pinkett Smith is a fucking asshole.
Wow. So differing opinions on this one. Okay, number one, what does Jada do now? Does she has the Red Table Talk?
That's it.
Movies?
That's it. She does Red Table Talk. That's it. That's literally it. All she does is the Red Table fucking talk.
And she used to do movies. Yeah, she used to do all types of stuff.
Yeah,
okay.
She used to do movies. Yeah, she used to do a whole bunch of shit. Now all she does is the frickin' Red Table Talk. We got the Buttered Bread podcast.
I'm very hesitant to make any type of judgment on anyone that I've never met and talked to privately for at least an hour off camera. So my opinions are not hard and fast. The reactions do seem genuine. The egregious part that's like not ideal. It just seems like more of the same. Like someone gets cast as a villain. Maybe she's a false villain, but it seems like she's portrayed as a real villain in society. And then to get out of it, you show some empathy, and here she's giving a woman a platform, which is very nice. You can't argue that giving someone whose daughter died by suicide a platform is a bad thing. I mean, it seems like a honorable deed, but why? What are the motives?
But why would you do that? You're basically condoning the slap. You're basically saying, he slapped him because of the alopecia, by making this whole thing about fucking alopecia. It sends a terrible message.
Maybe she's condoning, or maybe she's trying to help out, or being like, this is why he was so worked up, because maybe she's worked up every day. Maybe she has lost hope because she's losing.
She has $1 billion.
Well, people with billions of dollars, and men too, when they go bald, they lose a lot of their self-esteem.
Whose fault is that? Figure it out. Figure it out. You're an adult. You're over the age of 18. I don't have sympathy. Figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know what I think of Jada, and I won't ever know until I meet her in person, so it's hard for me to comment on it. But I do think it's a pretty great move, a pretty smart move, but also maybe a stupid move, because it really is obvious.
It's making her look so bad. The smart move would have been just staying silent for like 3 years till everybody forgot about it. Or just
being, you know what, boys will be boys, sorry, like, can't control what people do, like, don't let him handle it himself.
Yes, exactly. Say, hey, that's my husband's actions.
If I'm with someone, they're doing all types of stuff, I'm not going to take credit. Well, maybe if they do something good, maybe a little bit. But if they do something bad, maybe I'll take credit a little bit. But that's it. Like, what someone else does, married or not, I think it's their own life. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Right? Or no?
Well, look, they're in the public eye. That changes things a little bit.
Yeah.
And it was the slap heard around the world. It was all everyone talked about. I was posting about it 75 times a day for about 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, I was not.
I was doing sketches, imitations, impressions. Look, her husband slapped the guy for the mildest joke ever told in the history of jokes. And instead of saying, hey, look, me and Will, we've been working it out, instead of addressing it, and in the message, you didn't play the message yet, right?
No.
In the message, she doesn't even say his name. She's like, these two men are smart, and they'll figure it out. We need them right now. What?
Okay, here we go.
Looking like Dr. Evil. Play the tape!
Well, just before I get to that, I'm still open to the idea that maybe it was planned, and there were also rumors that on their social media before it happened.
Why do you think it was planned?
They said, tonight we choose violence. They posted that on their social media.
Yeah, because clearly they were worked up before, but I take an issue with you saying it was planned.
Because I do stuff like that. You know, if I'm in event shows, I always say to someone, if I'm doing some type of duo, this is a duo thing, let's do a fake fight, let's but
what would the motivation be? What would the motivation be, Jen? For them, who is gaining? I understand Chris Rock is gaining from ticket sales and attention.
Right.
But for Will Smith, no. He was banned from the Oscars for 10 years. Remember, this is the guy with the squeakiest clean image of all time.
Well, maybe he wanted to unsqueak it. I don't know.
That is possible. But you think he'd be smarter. This is the worst way to unsqueak it. This is one of the worst possible ways to unsqueak it. You'd think if it was planned, he could have done a slap for a more reasonable reason to do the slap.
Yeah. Standing up for women, it's part of the narrative, like standing up for women.
I'll stand up for women. Watch, I'm standing up for women. I just stood up for women. I literally just stood up for women.
Illuminati conspiracy theory, right? They're trying to make the men look bad. They're trying to cut off the dicks and balls of men and basically make them seem less powerful. Well, if every man just makes a fool of themselves, then men go down.
So you think it's deeper than just this? You think the Illuminati was involved?
I'm not saying I think it. I'm just entertaining a hypothesis, which is what I do. Do I think it? Not necessarily, but it does go along with the narrative. People are even saying instead of calling it history, they're calling it herstory, and people are trying to celebrate women. And it seems like men are fair game to make fun of. I know for me, I can make fun of men, and nothing's gonna happen if I make fun of a woman. So
right.
I don't know. Maybe it's just making men look stupid.
Well, here's my question: Do we adhere by double standards, or do we tear double standards down?
Depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation.
Yeah.
I remember years ago when Trump was running for president, and the people on CNN, they were like, we're celebrating the browning of America. The browning. They said they were saying Hispanic people coming over the border. This is the browning. Like, it's such a great thing. And I'm like, why would it be great for anybody of any particular color or hue?
Right.
What if you said this is the whiting of America?
Right.
And then now Tucker Carlson was saying, the great replacement theory. And it's like, think what you want about Tucker Carlson, but you can't say this is some conspiracy that he's coming up with, because these people were on television saying the browning, salivating. It's the browning of America. And it's
that's
like...
one of the theories, though. One of the theories is that you distract people and get them all riled up through the media.
Of course.
Race.
All this, that's what it is. It's an agenda. It's an agenda. Exactly. Exactly. Gas prices are through the roof. We got a war in Russia and Ukraine. And everybody, what's the number one story? What's the number one thing for months in America? Trans people.
Trans, Will Smith, Johnny Depp. Nothing that's going to make anyone's life better.
There are 2,000 trans people in the entire world. And this is the biggest issue that we could think of.
On the media.
Gas, in the media, no, but in real life too, because it's trickling down. People are falling for it.
In real life, you're finding people talking about
I put up a Instagram post, and I said, I was lashing out about, why is everybody spending all their time arguing about trans issues when we have real things happening?
Right.
And this guy sends me this news story. Look, this is what it is. They're grooming our kids. There was a trans show for kids in Texas. I'm like, once again, 400 million Americans, one trans show in Texas, and you're like, googly-eyed, falling for it. It's like, stop falling for the fucking narrative.
Well, you gotta create your own narrative to be healthy. Always said it, live by it. You can entertain some stuff,
In my narrative, you know what my narrative is? Not falling for the narrative.
Yeah, well, we talk about some stuff that's trending, but the next topic, we'll play
let's play the video.
Let's wrap up Jada. A thing that's really not important to me, but, we'll comment, we'll in.
These two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile. The state of the world today, we need them both.
Pinkett Smith used yesterday's show to...
We need them both.
State of the world today, we need them both. For what?
Yeah. Are you going to help the gas prices, Chris Rock and Will Smith? No shade. You guys both seem like nice men. Never met you either, but do I need you?
Look at her in that white thing, the lighting, her shiny head. She looks like Dr. Evil. That is a sick, twisted, evil person.
I think she looks like Mr. Clean Mugatu.
And I don't see, when I look at her, I don't see anything unattractive at all. It's like, who cares if she doesn't have hair? She's got a gorgeous face. Mm-hmm. She's got a beautifully shaped head. She has perfect lips, nose, eyes. She's gorgeous.
Based on looks, would you date her or marry her?
First off, you can't just... Would I marry her based off looks?
Date her.
Yeah, she's very attractive. Okay. Yeah, sure. I would go on a date with her with the bald head. Fine, sure. Okay. Yeah, she's always been very attractive.
Can you put stickers on the bald head and adorn it, like when you're going somewhere fancy? Maybe some smelly stickers. The ones that scratch and sniff.
No, I wouldn't put scratch and sniff stickers on her head. If I was seeing
a bald guy, which I never have, I'd put little stickers all over their head and just decorate them.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
All right. So last piece of things is This is from the show Love Is Blind, and the guy didn't find love. The woman, his partner, didn't find love. They broke it off, and this is what he had to say. I have reservations at Nobu Thursday, so I'm good. He's gonna go to Nobu, gonna go to the restaurant, he's gonna get over this. How long were they together on the show? A couple months?
Like a month at
We're
the
supposed
most.
to get married. So they're supposed to get married on the show. They break it off. You know, he was really trying to convince himself to marry this girl who reminded him of his aunt. And then they broke it off and he's going to Nobu, so he's good. I'm going to a restaurant. So, yeah, my question is, if you have a big breakup with someone that you're planning to marry, how do you get over that breakup, and some tips? So here, this would be the actual things that almost everyone goes through. I mean, I hope better to have loved and lost than never at all. So ways to get over a breakup.
I think depends on what stage you're at in your life.
Okay.
I think if you're in your early 20s, go out, get drunk, get this, get that, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Try to, sleep with a lot of people, drown
wouldn't
yourself
help
in
me.
your sorrow. Yeah. I mean, at this point, that wouldn't help me either. I wouldn't, it would just, because it would just lead to more, it would just, to me, that would just lead to more,
And I don't get beer goggles. People just look uglier and I get nauseous.
yeah, I don't know. I would get over the relationship ending by trying to better myself, because revenge is the best. Success is the best revenge, and
Yeah, I think so.
I would try to build something, try to do something, try to write something, try to create a piece of art, just try to make myself better. You know?
Then would you send it to them and be like, ha ha?
No,
No?
they would just see it. I would just become so big that it's unavoidable. They would have to see it.
That's what Lady Gaga said. Lady Gaga, like some boyfriend of hers said to her,
Lady
"You're not
Gaga.
gonna make it, or you're ugly, something really bad." And she said, "Well, one day you're not gonna be able to get a cup of coffee without seeing my face." I think that was the quote.
Brilliant.
I remember I heard that, and I had one person break up with me. Basically, he said, "I'm not doing enough. I'm sorry, I was disabled. I couldn't even walk across the fucking room, buddy." But he came back. He came back like 8 to 10 months later. So yeah. But yeah, I was like, damn. I was like, I better do something with myself. Like, shoot. So I would say in a good way. I'm not gonna mention your name. No. Yeah, no, because you don't even have a name now. I was like, okay, whoa, someone's hating on me because I'm not doing it. Like, maybe I better like hustle a little bit. Sometimes some negative feedback is a good thing. But at the same point, I was still disabled, so it was a very slow climb to anything that's happened since then. But I won't forget hearing that for sure. So sometimes some negative feedback maybe can help you to be better. So yeah, so I did try to be better. I'm like, oh, I'll show him, and I did do.
I think it also depends on why did the relationship end. Did the person dump you?
It was very short.
Did you dump the? I'm saying not in your case,
yeah.
in just the general case. Did the person dump you? Did you dump the person? Did you do something wrong? Did they do something wrong?
Right. Well, let's see. How do you get over it? Well, I have different examples. One broke up. The final straw was a water pick. I think I told you about this. I said this on one podcast. I was like, you gotta water pick your teeth. Like, the breath kept me up at night. Like, I had to go somewhere, and I was like, I didn't sleep well. And he's like, why? I was like, because your breath kept me up. He goes, that's not good. I said, it's not good. And I showed him for like the third time, because I wanted to repeat myself. A year and a half where the water pick attachment was to use, and he didn't know where it was. He wasn't using it. And then that night I crawled into bed after filming all day. I said, did you use the water pick? And he said, no. And I was like, that's it. It's over. And the next day it's over. So to get over the end of the water pick relationship, recycle. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Go back to another one that you know is tried and tested and true and works. There you go.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. Just reuse and recycle. But then why are you reusing, recycle? Why are you going back to someone? That's a question.
Hey, at the end of the day, I think this isn't a one-size-fits-all. Everybody's got their own little solution. Some people, they want to go back to an old glove that they know fits.
Be better.
Be better.
Just
that's
be awesome.
Just be awesome.
You're awesome. You love yourself.
And I think that's a lesson for everything. And I think on that note, we should end the episode.
I got a few more tips on this one. Way too short. Be better. Be better. Be more awesome. If you think you're awesome, as Eddie in Florida says, you'll lose a lot of money chasing women, but you won't lose any women chasing money. So just chase money, chase success, and there's going to be people all over you because you're just going to be doing well. Maybe. There's people who aren't.
I like that phrase. That's great.
This is from Kess. Take a trip to Africa. She's like, expose yourself to around lions and crocodiles. You're going to be focused on the lions and the crocodiles. You're not going to be thinking about your ex. I think I'd be afraid, and I'd be like, why did I come here? I should just go back to where I came from with my ex. That wouldn't help me.
Hey, Dave Chappelle took a trip to Africa.
That's
Look at
true.
him now. He's doing better than ever.
And also, Africa's a very big place. It's not just lions and crocodiles everywhere. So
Yeah, that's
you know,
true.
that's a kind of strange.
Hey, they got
vibe.
Egypt there with
The
the
other
pyramids. Callback.
Get a dog. I say have someone else get a dog so you can play with it, and then you don't have to take care of it. Because then you have, not only are you single, now you have dog shit all over your house and dog hair.
Get an iguana.
Yeah, or well.
Get a turtle. Get any pet.
Turtles can smell where you gotta clean.
Or
the
get a
table.
bird that could talk to you, and then it's like your ex is still there.
Okay, so a bird, maybe a hamster. I like the idea of someone else getting a dog, and then they get all the mess and they get gross, because then your house smells bad and then no one wants you.
True.
My dad said go looking for Bigfoot. You'll be busy for a lifetime. I say star in a movie. That helps me. If I'm like, I don't know, movies are just fun. I always like that, so it doesn't really matter, you know.
Make your own movie. Write a
movies,
script.
Yeah.
Go out and shoot it. You can make a movie on an iPhone now. And comment below if you believe in Bigfoot, because I don't know. The jury's out for me on that one.
You know what?
I don't actually.
I'm gonna say I don't.
I'll walk back that statement. I don't believe in Bigfoot, but I've watched like at least 6 Bigfoot documentaries, and they always fool you in the Bigfoot documentaries. They're like, find out what happened after this next commercial break.
But nothing
Then
happened.
the next one, they're like, after the next commercial break, you'll find out what happened. And then in the end of the show, they're like, well, we're not really sure what happened, but find out Bigfoot series part 2 next month. And then you're like waiting a whole month. Then it finally comes and it's the same charade. Find out after this commercial break. Oh, and then lo and behold, end of that series, we know Bigfoot part 3. And then they keep stringing you along.
You believe in mermaids?
I guess I'm more open to mermaids because there's so many parts of the ocean that haven't been discovered yet.
Mm-hmm.
So there could be a lot. There could be aliens down there. There could be mermaids. There could be Michael Jackson could be down there.
You believe
Who
in
the hell
Dr.
knows?
Fauci?
Do I believe in Dr. Fauci?
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you believe in miracles?
Do you believe in magic?
And, okay, my final almost tip for getting over a breakup: write funny songs or automatic writing. This is something they teach in psychic development classes. They probably teach it. You just write. Just make yourself write. Don't stop. Don't think. Just literally write any word that comes out in the pen. You could even do like automatic talking and just go into a recorder and listen back or not. But the automatic writing, just see what comes out. Some people will say you'll channel other things. You could channel jinns, which would be like something pretending to be good and it's not, or angels or ancestors or spirits or Jesus. There's all types of theories. Or maybe just your own thoughts, your own higher self. You'll get things out on paper, get some thoughts out, because if you don't get your expression out, and dancing, expression is very important, because you might have some thoughts after a breakup. You might have some things you want to reconcile in your head. So, yeah, dance, get someone else to get a dog, look for Bigfoot, go to Africa, get a vaccine. You know, it's time to get your next, what are we up to, the 5th booster? 6th? I don't know, I'm at my 7th, I'm trying to go ahead. Just get vaccinated and you'll get over your breakup. I think that would be a good incentive for a lot of people. You know, to have more love in their life to get vaccinated. That's one spin I haven't heard.
Vaccinated singles.
Yeah, a lot of people aren't cooperating with the vaccine campaign. I think we need to get them to cooperate.
Or go to a vaccinated singles group. They should have vaccinated singles and unvaccinated singles.
That's true. Do they have that already?
You know, it would be great, like a Romeo and Juliet story. An unvaxxed and a vaxxed, they meet and they're like, our group said we couldn't get together,
We should do that.
but we did.
We should make a vax dating site.
And then they end up killing themselves because society says they can't be together.
Oh my god. You know what though? They
How
have
did they kill themselves though? That's the question.
from the vaccine.
Right.
But no, obviously not.
Obviously not. We love the vaccine.
Wow, but they have herpes dating sites and AIDS, so you would think vaccine.
That actually,
And Jews?
you laugh at that, but then it's like if
That makes
two
sense.
people have herpes and they just have fucking herpes together, and
Yeah,
then
makes sense. It's like they should have a Jewish herpes dating site. It's like, you know, really get specific. You know, blackvaccinated.com, jewishherpes.com. Because, you know, people have these little...
JewishHerpes.com.
Yeah, like all this, they say that, you know, we might have a civil war. The states are going to break off from, you know, federal because all these states have different opinions. Well, the world's becoming so divided, I think we need more specific dating sites for people. And also within a 20-minute radius, because people aren't going to drive either.
Yeah, it's all coming full circle now.
Mm-hmm.
This whole podcast, we're solving every problem in the world.
It'll be...
Or you are. You're the one with all the ideas this episode.
20-minute radius, jewishherpes.com.
Yeah.
Perfect for me.
Sure.
Are you Jewish? You got herpes? You're within 20 minutes? I'm into it.
Come right over.
Come right
Come
over.
on down!
What's another dating site that might help people? Because your values, money, values, religion influences the success relationship. What else is it? They say love, but love is not enough. You gotta have similar values, money, religion. There's a fourth thing that comes into play that people argue about. I'd say teeth hygiene. I would say that one is a big one. Yeah. I would definitely do that. If I was dating, I would have them fill out like a teeth questionnaire and just see what they're up to. I think it makes sense. How often are you willing to shower?
Yeah, that's important.
I don't know. What would be some deal breakers? Some things you have to say, no, they definitely can't be like this to date me. Like 3 deal breakers, can't. Or things you must have. Must-haves. On a more positive note. I'd say you gotta know between the difference between yours and your.
If they believe in crazy conspiracies,
That's a good thing or not?
not a good thing.
Not a good thing.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I personally don't believe Tom Hanks is a pedophile. I couldn't date somebody who thought Tom Hanks was a pedophile.
I'm just upset that he rejected you. Like, just because he didn't like you doesn't mean that, he's not into kids. Like, I'm sorry you had a bad experience. You were 10 years old with Tom Hanks. He always brings this up. Like, every show.
You
it's
asked the question.
Is Tom Hanks a clone? Is Tom Hanks a pedophile? It's like, no, Tom Hanks just didn't like you when you were 9 years old and he passed you up because, he was into the blonde. He liked someone blonde and
Macaulay
stocky.
Culkin.
And you're like thin and
No,
not
I
blonde,
couldn't date somebody who thought Tom Hanks was a pedophile.
Okay.
I couldn't date somebody who was a teacher. I hate teachers.
Okay.
I couldn't
Any
date
kind of teacher?
any kind of teacher.
No.
I couldn't date
I
somebody.
taught workout classes at one
I
point.
couldn't date somebody who was a they them.
Yeah, they them. It's just confusing because you're like, which one am I meeting today?
Yeah, exactly.
That would get a little confusing.
Or maybe
yeah.
just see me when you're a girl.
Just what? Yeah,
just
when you're
see
a
me
girl.
in the minutes or hours or days or months where you're feeling like a girl.
You don't want to date a man
No.
or multiple. That's kind of cool
Not
though.
that there's anything
If you
wrong
are
with that. I
dating
love
a
every letter of
they-
the alphabet.
If you're dating a they, then you're dating like multiple. You get like multiple. Like I had one ex. He's like, I can never get bored of you because you're like 10, 20 people in one. You have like all these personalities. So it's like, I'm a they. I never said it before, but I think in this moment.
Well, I
just
do
realized I'm a
impressions,
they.
so I'm multiple days.
Why are we talking to
And
the
them.
mics though? Because we cut off the mics a long time ago. We cut off the mics like 10
We're
minutes
just keeping
ago.
up appearances, I guess.
No, I fuck that. I don't keep up
All right,
appearances.
put the mic down. All right, the damn SD card ran
Yeah,
out.
it failed like 10 minutes ago. We're still talking to the mics.
Hello.
Why?
Snake
I'm talking
alligator.
into your mic.
I still see an alligator when I look at that thing.
Yes.
I still see an alligator. It's green, and alligators' faces look like that.
Jason, can I ask
Hi.
you a question?
Ah! Got your nose.
Do you have any final thoughts for this podcast?
I think final thoughts for this podcast is we got to get a better SD card.
I already
We'll
have
take
one.
care of that. I think you look great in that
Thank
blouse.
you very
Is it a
much.
blouse?
It's a blazer, I guess.
I think that we should stop looking at people as groups and look at everybody as an individual. I think everybody gets distracted by trans issues and LGQBT and everything when we should be thinking about
Not me.
how do we all work together to make this country a better place. I think Hunter Biden sounds like a great time, and he's somebody that I would love to go on a vacation to Las Vegas, Nevada with. And I think that to get over a breakup, instead of looking at, looking to go to your local bar and sleep with a fast food chick, work on yourself, invest in yourself, better yourself, become a better person, and build it, and they will come, and you'll find a new spouse. And anything else? Jada Pinkett Smith is a deplorable human being who really doesn't deserve to breathe the same air as other people, and should probably just go to prison for the rest of her life. I hate her that much.
Wow.
Pray for Will Smith. And yeah, just go out and get that paper.
And pray.
And pray.
Pray for this guy. And I already said everything I gotta say, so I won't be repeating it. If you want to hear what I said again, you can listen back to the podcast. See you later.
Catch you later. Much love. Okay, that was an hour and 10 minutes. Perfect.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's see.
I think that
Wait, which
ended
SD
really.
card?
I think that
Which SD card did you use?
I used.